Hi kids, welcome to VChid's Moral and Bedtime Stories, where every adventure begins with a sparkle. Chapter 2. The Garden of Forgotten Hours. The air shimmered as Rapunzel and Arin crossed the bridge of crystal light. Beneath their feet, the river of time flowed gently, whispering secrets of ages past. It feels alive, Arin said softly, watching ripples glow beneath them. It is, Rapunzel replied. Every second is a heartbeat. Ahead of them, the mist parted to reveal a valley bathed in silver twilight. Trees stood tall, their leaves shaped like tiny clocks, each ticking softly. Flowers glowed faintly, opening and closing in perfect rhythm. Welcome, whispered the wind. Welcome to the Garden of Forgotten Hours. Rapunzel felt a calm weight settle in her heart, a mixture of wonder and destiny. This is where time comes to rest, she murmured. Arin bent to touch one of the luminous petals. It pulsed gently beneath his fingers, like a sleeping star. They're alive, he said. Each flower holds a forgotten moment, Rapunzel explained. A minute that someone lost, a second that slipped away. And now they sleep here, Arin whispered. Yes, Rapunzel said softly, until someone remembers them. The flowers stirred slightly at her words, as though responding to memory itself. Careful, came a faint voice, delicate as wind through glass. Both turned sharply. From behind a clockwork tree stepped a figure tall, robed in threads of silver mist. His face was lined with countless wrinkles that shimmered like shifting hours. Who are you? Asked Arin. I am the Gardener of Forgotten Hours, said the figure. I tend to what the world leaves behind. You care for lost time? Rapunzel asked gently. The gardener nodded. Every tick and talk, every sigh between heartbeats. His eyes glowed like hourglasses turned sideways. And you? I know your name. Weaver of Light. Rapunzel bowed slightly. Then you know why I've come. The gardener's expression darkened. You hold the key of tomorrow, he said. That means the balance has begun to stir. Time is still healing, Rapunzel said, but something is wrong. Yes, murmured the gardener. Something deep beneath this garden has awakened. What is it? Asked Arin. The sleeper of seconds, replied the gardener gravely. An ancient being born from time that was never lived. Never lived. Moments that were stolen, choices never made, dreams never fulfilled, and it's waking slowly, said the gardener, drawn by the energy of the restored flow. Rapunzel's heart tightened. Then we must stop it. You cannot stop what does not live, the gardener warned, but you may calm it by returning what was lost. How do we do that? Arin asked. You must travel through the Hour Gate doors, leading to forgotten memories, and return the moments trapped beyond them. If you fail, the gardener said, the sleeper will consume the future itself. Then show us the first gate, Rapunzel said firmly. The gardener nodded and gestured with his silver hand. The ground beneath them shimmered, forming a spiral of blooming time flowers. In the center rose a golden arch, a doorway made of pure light. Symbols floated along its surface, shifting like sand in an hourglass. Step through, said the gardener, but remember, only truth can return the lost. Rapunzel took a deep breath. She held Arin's hand. Ready? With you, always, he said. Together they stepped through the glowing gate. The garden vanished behind them, replaced by swirling mist. Colors of memory, gold, blue, and violet danced around them. The mist cleared, revealing a familiar place. My tower, Rapunzel whispered in shock. But it's whole again. The Tower of Time stood before her, gleaming as it once did. The windows shimmered with starlight, and the walls sang softly with power. We've gone back, she realized. Back into a forgotten hour. Arin looked uneasy. It feels Wrong. Like it's watching us. Because it remembers me, Rapunzel said quietly. They stepped closer, their footsteps echoing in empty time. A faint sound echoed above a song. That voice? Arin whispered. It's beautiful. It's mine, Rapunzel said softly. When I was still a prisoner. They climbed the winding staircase. Each step echoed with a heartbeat hers. When they reached the top, Rapin said to Ferozi, there, sitting by the window, was her younger self. Long golden hair spilled around her, glowing faintly in the dim light. She looks so sad, Arin said. Because she hasn't learned hope yet, Rapunzel whispered. We have to give her that moment back. They approached gently. The younger Rapunzel didn't look up. You can't change the past, Arin murmured. No, said Rapunzel, but I can remind it. She knelt before her younger self and began to hum softly, the same melody the girl once sang to the stars. Slowly, the younger Rapunzel raised her head. Their eyes met, like meeting its reflection. Who are ya? The girl asked. Someone who knows you will be free. Tears shimmered in the child's eyes. Free? But how? By believing your voice is stronger than the walls, the older Rapunzel said. The girl's song trembled, then grew steadier. Light began to spread across the tower. You're giving her the moment she lost, Arin whispered. Yes, Rapunzel said, her first moment of hope. The younger Rapunzel smiled through her tears. Thank you, she whispered, and faded into golden mist. The tower dissolved, replaced by light. Rapunzel and Arin stood once more in the mist of time. The first hour gate appeared ahead, glowing softly. One moment restored, said and many more waiting, said Arin. They stepped through the gate again, the world around them reshaped. Now they stood in a vast marketplace frozen in time. Stalls stood mid-motion, birds hung in air, laughter turned to crystal. Where are we now? Someone's memory, Rapunzel said. But whose? A single figure moved amid the stillness, a child. He clutched a broken hourglass, eyes wide with fear. Hello, Rapunzel said gently. The boy looked up. You can move? Yes, she smiled. What's your name? Lumo, he said. I dropped my time. Your time. He showed her the shattered hourglass. Inside, tiny sparks of light drifted away. Every grain is a second I was meant to live, he said sadly. But now they're gone. Then we'll find them, Rapunzel promised. Rapunzel kuneruto, beside her, her golden hair glowing like morning light. Show me where the grains fell, she said softly. The boy pointed toward the far end of the frozen square. They rolled that way, but then they disappeared! Rapunzel touched the ground. Faint glimmers pulsed beneath the cobblestones. They slipped between seconds, she murmured. Can we reach them? Arin asked. Only if time trusts us again. Rapunzel closed her eyes and sang a single note. Gentle, rising, endless. The world trembled. The frozen marketplace stirred. Color returned like breath to lungs. The boy's lost seconds swirled upward, tiny lights circling him. They remember you, Rapunzel whispered. Lumo laughed as the sparks re-entered his hourglass, sealing it whole. I can grow again, he cried with joy. The marketplace burst into motion, people laughing, bells chiming, life resuming. Arin smiled. Another moment, restored. Another heart forgiven, Rapunzel replied. The mist folded around them once more, pulling them toward the next gate. How many lost hours remain? Arin asked. As many as there are forgotten dreams, said The mist cleared into a vast desert of glass and sand. Hourglasses the size of towers stood half buried in dunes. This feels ancient, Arin murmured. This is where broken time sleeps, said A storm brewed on the horizon, not of sand, but swirling seconds. Each gust carried whispers. Too late, too late. We must calm it, she said. She lifted her hair. Golden strands caught the light of the dying sun. With a sweep, she drew a circle in the sand. The storm faltered. Seconds froze midair, sparkling like fireflies. "What did you do?" Arin asked. I reminded time it can pause without fear. She stepped into the circle and sang again, a lullaby of stillness. The storm dissolved, raining tiny glowing grains. The dunes reshaped into calm waves of glass. "Balance restored," Rapunzel said. The air brightened. A new gate appeared before them. 2 hours returned, she whispered. "And the sleeper still waits below," warned the gardener's fading voice. They stepped through the third gate. Darkness surrounded them, soft, living, endless. "Where are we?" Arin whispered. "Inside a forgotten night," Rapunzel replied. Tiny sparks flickered around them, stars trying to remember how to shine. "Listen," she said. The air hummed like a heartbeat. "It's afraid," Rapunzel realized. This night was never finished. She extended her hand, and a single star descended, trembling. "Shine," she whispered. The star brightened, its light awakening others. Soon, the whole sky was alive again, glittering like laughter. "That's 3, Arin smiled. "We're rebuilding the sky itself." "Time is made of skies," she replied. "Each star is a memory that chose to return." A new gate shimmered open among the stars. They stepped through, back into the heart of the garden. The gardener waited, his form dimmer than before. "You've done well," he said, "but the sleeper stirs." The ground trembled, petals fell like rain. From beneath the soil came a deep, slow breath. "It's waking," Arin said. The earth split, and a colossal shape rose, a being made of hourglass, dust, and light. "The sleeper of seconds," whispered Its eyes were hollow clocks, its hands sweeping endlessly. "You stole my silence," it boomed. "Return what was mine." "You hoarded lost moments," Rapunzel said firmly. "They belonged to the living. Without them, I fade," the creature thundered. "Then fade with peace, not hunger," she pleaded. "Show me peace," it growled. Rapunzel stepped forward. Her hair glowed brighter than ever, threads floating like, "You are not my enemy," she said. "You are time that was forgotten." She reached out and touched its chest of sand. Instantly, visions filled the air, lost smiles, unfinished songs, broken promises. "These were never yours," she whispered, their memories longing to live. The sleeper's form wavered, its roar softening to a sigh. "Then let them live," it said slowly. The creature dissolved into glittering seconds that drifted upward like fireflies. The garden bloomed again. Silence became music. The gardener smiled faintly. "You've restored what was missing." "Is it over?" Arin asked. "Not over," said Rapunzel. "Balanced." The key of tomorrow reappeared, hovering before her. "Take it," said the gardener. "The final gate awaits, beyond dawn." She grasped it. Light spiraled through her hair. The stars above turned like gears aligning for the first time. The garden shimmered, folding itself into morning. "Farewell, Weaver," the gardener whispered. "Your next path lies where time begins." The gate opened, golden, infinite. Arin looked at her. "Are you ready for tomorrow?" She smiled. "Always." They stepped through together. The garden vanished behind them, leaving only fragrance and song. Light expanded into a sea of dawn clouds. Below them stretched the newborn world bright, breathing, alive. "Look!" Arin gasped. "Time is whole again." Rivers shimmered, birds flew freely, and the wind itself laughed. Rapunzel closed her eyes, feeling its rhythm in her soul. "This is what forgiveness sounds like," she whispered. The key of tomorrow pulsed once more and dissolved into her heart. "It's part of you now," Arin said. "No, Rapunzel smiled. It's part of everyone. The dawn wind carried their laughter across valleys newly born. But far below, in the roots of time, something faintly stirred. Not darkness, but curiosity. A tiny spark blinked where the sleeper had faded. Perhaps, whispered the echo of the gardener, time has one more secret yet. Rapunzel turned her gaze toward the horizon. Then we'll be there when it wakes. Clouds parted, revealing mountains wrapped in shimmering mist. That's where our path leads, she said. What lies beyond? Arin asked. The clockmaker's peak, where time first breathed. They began their ascent, steps echoing like gentle ticks of a giant clock. The higher they climbed, the slower the wind became, as though hours hesitated to pass. Do you ever wonder? Arin asked. If we're part of a story time tells itself? Maybe, Rapunzel said. But we can still choose the ending. Then let's make it a good one. She laughed. Agreed. At the summit, a massive wheel of light rotated slowly, the heart of time. Its spokes stretched across the sky, each one humming a note of creation. Beautiful, Arin whispered. Alive, Rapunzel corrected. It's breathing the future. She approached it carefully, her reflection mirrored in its golden rim. It's waiting for you, said a voice, the faint remnant of the gardener. What must I do? She asked. We've one final thread, not of power, but of promise. Rapunzel lifted a strand of her own hair. It glowed brighter than sunlight. I give this to the flow of time, she said softly, to remember kindness, courage, and every small second of love. She tied the strand to the wheel's center. Light burst outward, rippling across every realm. The heart of time sang a melody of beginnings. Arin shielded his eyes. It's all right, she smiled. It's only light. When it faded, the wheel spun smoothly, the sound steady and peaceful. It's whole again, she whispered. Because of you, Arin said. Because of us, she corrected, eyes shining. The mountain glowed beneath them, every rock humming with renewed hours. What now? Arin asked. Now we live, she replied. Every moment, no matter how small. The wind swirled gently, carrying their promise across the world. Far below, children laughed, rivers sparkled, and even the stars blinked in rhythm again. Rapunzel looked down at her glowing wrist, the circle of stars bright and calm. We did it, she whispered. Yes, Arin said. Time believes in us now, and we'll believe in it. The first birds of dawn soared past them, singing new songs. Let's go home, Rapunzel said. Do we even have one? Arin smiled. Anywhere the sun rises, she replied. Together they descended, the mountain glowing softly behind them. Each step left a faint trail of golden dust, a reminder that time, too, can dream. When they reached the valley, the river of time awaited, flowing calm and endless. Look, Arin said. It's carrying flowers from the garden. Rapunzel touched the water, and memories from every heart. The river shimmered, whispering their names. As night returned, stars formed patterns that told their story, light woven into forever. Do you think people will remember us? Arin asked. They'll feel us, Rapunzel said, every time they forgive the past. Then we'll never fade. She smiled, watching constellations bloom. The tower, the garden, the sleeper, all lessons, she said, that even lost time can find its way home. And love can mend the clock of the world. Arin nodded. Our story belongs to the hours now. Yes, Rapunzel said. Let it tick on. The moon rose high, casting silver across their faces. It's strange, Arin murmured. Everything feels still. That's peace, she replied. It sounds like silence. I like it. So do I. They sat beside the river, watching the water carry tiny reflections of stars. Do you ever wonder who writes the stories of time? He asked. Rapunzel smiled. Maybe time writes through us. Then may it keep writing forever. It will. The wind grew softer, carrying the scent of blooming time. Somewhere, distant, laughter echoed. Children chasing fireflies. Life goes on, Rapunzel whispered. Always, said Arin. The river's glow dimmed gently as the night deepened. Rapunzel leaned back, gazing at the endless sky. Do you hear it? She asked. Hear what? The ticking between stars, time, breathing. Arin listened, smiling. It sounds happy. Then so am I, Rapunzel said. The stars pulsed once, as if in reply, and for a long moment, the world rested whole, golden, free. The key of tomorrow glowed faintly within her chest, now calm. The future had found its guardian. Sleep! Hours! She whispered, dreamed kindly. Petals drifted on the wind, glowing softly as they fell into the river. Each one carried a memory home. Rest easy, Arin said. Until morning. Calls again, Rapunzel finished. The screen of the story would fade slowly, hear gentle music. No words, just the rhythm of water and the shimmer of gold fading into dawn. But before darkness turned to day, Rapunzel looked up one last time. Thank you, she whispered to the stars, for waiting. And the stars replied, with light, not sound. The river of time gleamed one final time that night, whispering lullabies. Every ripple sang of healing. Every glimmer promised tomorrow. And time flowed on. Morning rose, soft gold spilling across the land. Rapunzel and Arin stood as the first rays touched their faces. A new day, Arin said. A new beginning, she replied. The world around them breathed. Fields shimmered, rivers danced, even mountains seemed to hum with light. Let's see what tomorrow writes, Rapunzel said. Together, Arin answered. They took the first step into dawn. The story moved with them. Behind them, unseen, the garden bloomed once more, quiet, eternal, patient. The petals whispered, the keeper walks, the hours sing. Time, at last, was free to dream, and so were they. The music swelled, gentle harps, soft chimes, and so Rapunzel, the weaver of light, mended what was broken. She learned that time is not measured by clocks, but by hearts that remember. And in every second that forgives, her story lives on. The music lingered. The river of time glowed one final time before fading into morning mist. The garden sleeps again, but its keeper walks the living world. Whenever a tear is forgiven, or a smile returns, she is near. Rapunzel's silhouette walked through fields of light, her golden hair flowing like wind. Arin followed beside her, his reflection shimmering in each ray. So long as time remembers love, the voice said, she will never fade, and the world will keep turning, one kind heartbeat at a time. The screen brightened fully. Sunrise. Every dawn is a promise. Birds awoke in glowing trees, their songs forming gentle waves of color. Rapunzel raised her hand, catching a note of music between her fingers. It's the garden, she said, smiling. It sings again. Arin closed his eyes, listening. I never thought time could sound so alive. It always did, she whispered. We just forgot how to hear it. The wind carried laughter, the kind that belonged to the first morning ever made. Where do we go now? Arin asked. Wherever time needs healing, she answered. Then we'll never run out of paths. Rapunzel chuckled softly. That's the beauty of eternity. They reached a meadow where silver petals grew like clocks frozen mid. These flowers bloom only when someone remembers kindness, she said. Arin knelt beside one. Then may the world remember forever. The flower unfolded, releasing a faint chime that echoed across the hills. Each chime became another bloom, and soon the meadow glowed like a galaxy on Earth. "The garden is everywhere now," Rapunzel whispered. "And so are you," said Arin. She smiled.
"No, we are."
A butterfly of golden glass landed on her shoulder. Its wings shimmered, reflecting memories of all the lives she had touched. "Even the smallest creatures remember," she said. "Then time is safe," Arin replied. "Safer than it's ever been." She turned toward the horizon, where distant bells rang softly. "The world is calling," she said. "Another gate." "No," she smiled. "Just life beginning again." They walked onward, the light behind them fading into a gentle dawn haze. Each step left ripples of time that blossomed into new mornings.
"Rapunzel," Arin said suddenly. "Do you ever miss the tower?"
She thought for a long moment. "Sometimes," she admitted, "but not the walls. Just the dreaming." "You can still dream," he said. "Yes," she smiled. "Now I dream for others, too." A soft rain began to fall, droplets that glowed like pearls. "The sky is remembering," she said. Each drop turned into a tiny reflection of her face, smiling back. "You gave it courage," Arin whispered. "I gave it love," she replied. "Every color has a memory," she said. "Then the world must be full of stories," Arin replied. "It is endless stories, waiting to be remembered." The rainbow shimmered, and faint silhouettes of people and places flickered within it. "Look!" Arin gasped. "It's showing them every soul you helped." "No," she said gently. "Every soul that chose to hope again." The rainbow's colors blended into a single beam of gold that reached the heavens. The wind carried it away, scattering blessings across time. Once, the keeper of hours was trapped within her own clock. Now, she walks free among seconds, reminding the world that time listens. Every kindness ripples through eternity. Every love mends another thread. And every heart, no matter how small, keeps the world turning. Rapunzel stopped at the riverbank once more, gazing into its flow. Her reflection smiled back, not as she was, but as she had become. A guardian, not of walls, but of wonder. "The hours are alive," she whispered. Arin knelt beside her. "And you're their song." She laughed softly. "Then may I never fall silent." The river shimmered and whispered back. "Never." "Did you hear that?" he asked. "Yes," she said. "The river has learned to speak." "It learned from you," Arin said with a grin. "Then maybe it will teach the sky next." They both laughed, the sound blending into the music of the world. And so, in every corner of creation, time remembers her touch. Where a tear once fell, a flower now blooms. Where anger once burned, laughter takes root. And where silence once ruled, music flows eternal. This is the gift of the weaver, keeper of hours. Rapunzel and Arin reached the edge of a forest filled with floating lights. "What is this place?" he asked. "The forest of tomorrows," she said, "where future dreams are born." "Can we go in?" "Only if we promise to dream kindly." They stepped inside. Fireflies glowed like tiny suns, forming constellations around them. "Each light is a wish," Rapunzel said. "Whose wishes?" Arin asked. "Everyone's." The ones they whisper before sleep. "Even ours." "Especially ours." They paused beneath a great tree made of glass. Inside its trunk flowed silver light. Future time not yet written. "Can we see what's ahead?" Arin wondered. "No," she said, "but we can help it shine." She placed her hand on the trunk. Warmth pulsed outward, filling the forest. "Then let it shine," Arin whispered. The forest lit up like dawn caught in crystal. "This is how time learns to hope," not through power, but through love freely given. And so, the keeper of ours walked on, her light guiding every forgotten tomorrow. Rapunzel turned to Arin. Our journey's far from over. Good, he said. I like forever. She smiled. Then, let's make it beautiful. The wind swirled around them, lifting golden petals into the sky. MusicRose.com, triumphant, full of wonder. The petals became stars, scattering into the horizon, the screen filled with warm light and gentle chimes. And thus, the Garden of Forgotten Hours remembered itself. Its keeper no longer bound by sorrow, but by purpose. And time, at last, found peace in her hands. The music soft to a heartbeat rhythm. Rapunzel and Arin stood at the edge of dawn once more. Ready for the next gate? Arin asked. She nodded. The clockmaker's peak awaits. What do you think we'll find there? The beginning, she said. And maybe the end? Then let's go find both. They joined hands, their silhouettes glowing against the golden morning. The river of time flowed beside them, calm and endless. As they walked, the wind whispered one final message. Thank you, keeper of ours. And so ends the second turning of the weaver's tale. Tomorrow begins at the clockmaker's peak, and every heart that listens shall find a thread of gold waiting. This is not farewell. It is simply another sunrise. The last frame froze on Rapunzel's smile, glowing like dawn. Golden petals floated upward, forming a spiral toward the sun. The spiral shimmered into the shape of a clock. Its hands turned once forward. The chime echoed across the world. Fade to light. End of Chapter 2. The Garden of Forgotten Hours. That was such a fun story. I bet you loved it as much as we did. We create magical stories that take you on an adventure. Don't forget to shine bright. Join our world and let your imagination run wild. You can even send us your own stories, and we might feature them on our channel. If you did, don't forget to like the video. It really helps us out. And subscribe to join our magical story world. Click the bell so you never miss an adventure. We've got so many more stories to share with you. And for those of you who are new here, hello, welcome. So until next time, sweet dreams, little stars.